Hello, Eddy County. From the North Rim to the state line, you're listening to KCCC 930 AM. I'm Hattie here in Cavern City, and it's time for Midweek Matters, bringing you both the best upcoming events and interesting micro news from around our community. We'll start with what's happening around town and on campus, and then give you the quick news that affects your daily life. Before we begin, a reminder, if you have events, community news, or spotlight requests to share, please submit them through our contact form at kccc930am.com. First up, are you looking to safely dispose of sensitive documents? Clark Inc. is hosting a free Shred Day tomorrow, Thursday, April 23rd from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 103 East Green Street in Carlsbad in honor of Earth Day. Bring your paper and cardboard from your home at no charge. Also tomorrow at Southeast New Mexico College, Thursday, April 23rd, Energy Day 2026 runs from noon to 7 p.m. A full day of innovation and hands-on learning open to all ages. Did anyone feel the 4.3 earthquake we had 2 weeks ago? Or any of the smaller ones we have almost every day? Wondering why we have earthquakes here in Carlsbad? Come to our Energy Day on Thursday, April 23rd. From noon to 1, we have a Munch and Learn session in room 102. Come by and meet with energy and earthquake researchers while enjoying sandwiches graciously provided by our HSI grant office. From 1 to 3 p.m. in room 153, we will have 4 30-minute presentations, including our own Jerry Bryan, plus Jonathan Michelson of Sun Vapor, Inc., with presentations on desalinization and cleaning produced water. We will also have presentations by New Mexico Tech graduate students Emmanuel Agayi and Kojo Boateng, pardon my pronunciations, on their related research. From 4 until 6:30 will be our annual STEM Expo in the gym, plus the campus open house with prizes. And there will be pizzas and sodas. From 6 to 6:45, we will host Dr. Avigyan Chatterjee from Lawrence Livermore National Lab speaking on subsurface operations, energy production, and earthquakes. In other words, what is the connection between injection wells and our local earthquake activity? These are all free and open to the public. Come to one or come to all. This Saturday, April 25th, bring the kids out for the Mayor's Mini Golf Tournament at the Carlsbad Miniature Golf Course, 901 Muscatel Avenue. Check-in begins at 9:30 with a shotgun start at 10 a.m. Enjoy the Mayor Showdown, pitting Carlsbad Mayor Rick Lopez against Artesia Mayor Jeffrey Yahtzee. Children compete in age groups 6 to 8, 9 to 11, and 12 to 15, with first, second, and third place prizes in each group. Every participant receives a putter, and breakfast is provided by the Eddy County Health Council. Entry is $5 per child. The tournament is sponsored by Intrepid. Find out more about it in tomorrow's Community Forum interview. And this Saturday, April 25th, the Cavern Theater screens Miss Congeniality, the 2000 comedy classic, at 2 p.m. and again at 6 p.m. Rated PG-13, running 110 minutes. Adults are $8, seniors 55 and up, and children 12 and under are $5. Cavern Theater is at 210 North Canyon Street in Carlsbad. The Carlsbad City Council meets Tuesday, April 28th from 6 to 8 p.m. at 114 South Halagueno Street in Carlsbad. Looking ahead to next weekend, the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life comes to Carlsbad on Friday, May 1st at 6 p.m., running through Saturday morning, May 2nd at 8 a.m. Held at the Beach Band Shell on East Riverside Drive. Survivors, fighters, caregivers, and their families and friends are invited to walk through the night to celebrate survivors and raise funds for cancer research and services. Download the ACS Relay for Life app to start or join a team. And mark your calendars for Monday, May 4th for the Mental Health First Aid Adults Assisting Adults seminar that comes to Southeast New Mexico College, running from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. This 8-hour in-person certification training teaches you how to identify, understand, and respond to mental health and substance use challenges with a 5-step action plan for crisis and non-crisis situations. It is offered in collaboration with the New Mexico Coalition for Suicide Prevention and Awareness, the New Mexico Peer Coalition, Presbyterian Health Plan, and Southeast New Mexico College. Free and open to the public, but register at Eventbrite and watch for more information as the date approaches. Here's what's coming up at your Eddy County libraries this week and into next. Unless otherwise noted, all events are free and open to the public. At the Artesia Public Library, 205 West Quay Street, Artesia, Thursday, April 23rd at 4 p.m., after-school STEM and STEAM activities. Hands-on creativity, designing, and building with a different activity each week. All supplies provided, ages 6 through 12. Monday, April 27th from 1 to 5 p.m., Artesia's Stitchers Sit and Stitch welcomes needlepoint, cross-stitch, embroidery, beading, and all other stitch work. And all skills welcome. Drop in anytime, ages 18 and up. Tuesday, April 28th at 10 a.m., Children's Story Time, a different theme each week for stories and crafts. All supplies provided, ages 3 through 5. Tuesday, April 28th, 3:30 to 5 p.m., Teen Tuesday, hang out, read, do homework, or play games, grades 6 through 12. Wednesday, April 29th at 10 a.m., Mother Goose, early development skills through music, stories, puppets, baby games, and rhymes, ages 0 to 2, and their caregivers. Also Wednesday, April 29th at 10:30 a.m., Toddler Time, movement, activities, songs, and social times, all supplies provided, ages 1 through 5. Thursday, April 30th at noon, the Literary Lounge Book Club meets. They read and discuss books about books, booksellers, libraries, authors, and more. Books are available at the library and on Libby. The group is ages 18 and up. And also Thursday, April 30th at the Artesia Public Library at 4 p.m., the weekly after-school STEM and STEAM activities, ages 6 through 12. Coming up at Carlsbad Public Library at 101 South Halegueno Street, Thursday, April 23rd at 10 a.m., Baby Time, birth to 15 months. Also at 10 a.m., Toddler Time, ages 16 to 35 months. Wednesday, April 29th at 10 a.m., Preschool Time, ages 3 through 5 years. And Thursday, April 30th at 10 a.m., Baby Time, birth to 15 months, and Toddler Time, ages 16 to 35 months. Friday, April 24th, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., Women for a Better Carlsbad's Quarterly Luncheon. Living in Service, Leading with Heart. Riverside Country Club, 1421 West Orchard Lane, Carlsbad. Now it's time for Eddy County Quickies Micro News. Artesia has a new mayor, and he's already hitting the ground running. Jeff Yahtzee was sworn in Wednesday, April 1st at the Artesia Senior Center alongside new councilors Woody Wright, Terry Hill, Alan Bratcher, and Raul Rodriguez. Yahtzee, a safety representative for H.F. Sinclair Navajo Refinery and a 14-year veteran for the Artesia City Council, won the March 3rd mayoral election by just 20 votes over Terrence Todd. He said he plans to keep Artesia moving forward, with ongoing street improvements projects topping his early agenda. His District 3 council seat still needs to be filled by appointment pending council approval. Thank you to artesianm.gov and artesianews.com. Eddy County officially broke ground on its long-anticipated new detention center. The ceremony was held at the Eddy County Sheriff's Office at 1502 Corrales Drive in Carlsbad, directly across from the construction site. Guest speakers shared the history of the current aging facility, the need for a new one, and what project means for the county's future. The new facility will be 142,000 square feet, house 386 beds, and is projected to cost $168 million, with construction expected to take 2 to 3 years to complete. Thank you to the Eddy County website and KRQE for that story. Update on Carlsbad preparing to sue the state of New Mexico for a law that effectively blocked the Holtec Consolidated Interim Storage Project the city had supported for its economic potential. The lawsuit still requires approval from the Eddy Lee Energy Alliance, a consortium of the cities of Carlsbad and Hobbs and the counties of Eddy and Lee, before it can move forward. This update from the Oklahoma Energy Today website, April 21st, 2026. Carlsbad is also welcoming its first discount tire store. The new location at 4015 National Parks Highway broke ground on March 30th. Mayor Rick Lopez called it a solid, community-friendly addition and another sign of the steady growth we're seeing in Carlsbad. Thank you to the Carlsbad Department of Development for this press release dated April 21st, 2026. An update on the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, RECA. New Mexicans are receiving $100,000 payments through the expanded Federal Radiation Exposure Compensation Act. The law, passed by Congress in July 2025, covers anyone who lived, worked, or went to school in New Mexico for at least 1 year between September 24th, 1944 and November 6, 1962, and who was later diagnosed with one of 19 qualifying cancers. Uranium workers are also covered. Nearly 9,100 downwinder claims have already been filed with the U.S. Department of Justice, and so far every application in the downwinder category has been approved. The deadline to apply is December 31st, 2027. There is no fee to apply. You can submit online at justice.gov/civil/RECA or by mail. For free help, contact the Tularosa Basin Downwinders Consortium at trinitydownwinders.com. Thank you to KRWG and Source New Mexico and Justice.gov for that update. A measles update for our region. As of April 16th, 1,748 confirmed measles cases have been reported nationally in 2026, with New Mexico among 33 states reporting cases. Earlier this year, 5 federal inmates in southern New Mexico detention facilities tested positive for measles, with cases at the Hidalgo County, Luna County, and Doña Ana County detention centers. Separately, 17 cases were reported in El Paso in February, including 13 at the Camp East, Montana ICE Detention Center. The New Mexico Department of Health urges anyone unsure of their vaccination status to get the MMR vaccine, which is widely available. Call the New Mexico Department of Health helpline at 1-833-796-8773 or text NMDOH to 66364 for guidance in English and Spanish. Thank you to nmhealth.org, the CDC, Texas Tribune, New Mexico Department of Health for this update. A legal battle over immigration detention in southern New Mexico reached a conclusion last week. On April 16th, the New Mexico Supreme Court unanimously denied Attorney General Raul Torres's request to block Otero County's contract with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement to house roughly 900 detainees at Otero County Processing Center in Chaparral. The court's one-page decision offered no explanation. County officials said the contract remains in full force and effect. County officials had argued that losing the ICE agreement would cost 284 jobs and jeopardize their ability to pay the $68 million in bonds used to build the facility in 2007. Attorney General Torres said he will continue to monitor for compliance with the new Immigrant Safety Act, which takes effect May 20th and bans counties from entering new ICE detention agreements. Thank you to Source New Mexico, Albuquerque Journal, KSFR, for this update. This week's spotlight is on the race for governor, New Mexico 2026. As the June 2nd primary approaches, New Mexico is gearing up for a pivotal gubernatorial contest. With Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham term limited, the field has clarified significantly. Here is the status of the candidates, including their latest fundraising totals as of April 13th, 2026. For the Democratic primary, it's narrowed to 2 primary contenders. Deb Haaland, former U.S. Secretary of the Interior, is highlighting her affordability agenda, according to Ballotopedia. Her campaign has raised a total of $11.8 million to date. Her platform emphasizes addressing the cost of living through targeted investments in healthcare and education, as well as a strong focus on renewable energy and housing stability. Thank you to Ballotopedia and Source New Mexico. Sam Bregman, the Bernalillo County District Attorney, is running on a platform of law that's just built on trust. Having raised $3.68 million to date, his campaign is anchored in public safety reform and broadening opportunities for families, ranging from early education development to supporting New Mexico seniors. Thank you to Ballotopedia and Source New Mexico. In the Republican primary, the field features 3 primary candidates with campaigns emphasizing fiscal responsibility and public safety. Doug Turner, a veteran political strategist and business owner. Turner is focusing on limited government and parental rights. Thank you, Ballotopedia. His campaign raised $502,798 to date. Duke Rodriguez, the former Human Services Department Secretary and business executive, is drawing on his extensive experience in government administration and the private sector. Thank you, Source New Mexico. His campaign has raised $501,249 to date. And Greg Hull, the mayor of Rio Rancho, is advocating for a pragmatic approach, specifically pushing for a review of bail reform to address crime. Source, Ballotopedia. His campaign has raised $474,113 to date. And finally, on the independent path, the former longtime mayor of Las Cruces, Ken Miyagashima, has shifted to run as an independent, bypassing the primary to focus directly on his November 3rd general election. Thank you, Source New Mexico. His campaign has raised $201,000 to date. Miyagashima frames his candidacy around policies for all parties, aiming to appeal to voters weary of partisan gridlock with a platform focused on medical malpractice reform and his young adult Bill of Rights. Thank you, Ballotopedia and Source New Mexico. All financial data sourced from New Mexico Secretary of State Campaign Finance Portal. If you're planning to participate in the upcoming primary on June 2nd, here are the key deadlines you need to know. To vote in the primary, you must register online or by mail by Tuesday, May 5th. New Mexico also offers same-day voter registration, allowing eligible voters to register and vote in person at their county clerk's office or designated early voting locations. Early voting for the primary begins on May 5th and continues through May 30th, 2026. Thank you to the New Mexico State Secretary of State's website for that information. That's your Midweek Matters for today from Carlsbad, the seat of Eddy County. Thank you for listening in Artesia, Carlsbad, Hope, Loving, and all the areas in between, out in the fields and on the road. If you have an event or news item you'd like us to share, please contact us using the Contact Us form at KCCC930am.com. This show was produced in partnership with Southeast New Mexico College Workforce and Community Education.